I'm John Lester, and you're watching the home of Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago.
After a 4-game sweep of the defending champs, the Cubs try to make it a 5-game winning streak as they welcome the Brew Crew to Wrigley Field. We'll have it for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet at 7 o'clock tonight. Hi, everybody. Luke Stuckmeyer here. Welcome to Sportsnet Central, presented by Comcast Business. Dan Herron gets ready to make his Wrigley debut. And Joe Maddon reveals a superstition that he hopes will bring a championship to the north side. Avi Garcia and the Sox, they're looking to continue their dominance over the AL West. Plus, Jay Cutler and company getting ready to face the Dolphins on Thursday. And we'll tell you why Brandon Marshall might be wishing all of a sudden that Jay Cutler was still his quarterback. It's all ahead on Sportsnet Central right now.
To Sportsnet Central, presented by Comcast Business.
Tomahawk to deep center. Gone! Deep to right. It is gone! Wow. Wow is right. Deep drive to the wall. It is gone. Anthony Rizzo has a 3-game home run streak. Deep to right. 3-run homer.
It's like a vitamin. One a day. 4 consecutive days, the big guy has gone deep.
Anthony Rizzo should be looking forward to this matchup against the Brewers. Rizzo and the Cubs going for their 11th win in the last 12 games. Let's go live right now out to Wrigley Field and bring in Kelly Kroll from the Friendly Confines. Kelly, the way these guys have been playing, I'm not so sure the Cubs wanted the day off yesterday.
Yeah, Luke, isn't that the truth? Keep the good times rolling, right? However, there is one guy who's had more than just one day off. Starlin Castro, in fact, 4 days off in a row. But that's not how Joe Maddon wanted him to look at, because the truth was they weren't days off. Addison Russell was starting in his position at shortstop and has the last 3 games. And Maddon's still looking for a way to get Castro involved and in the lineup once again. So before the game today, we actually saw him working out at second base. And Maddon said you could also even see him at third base, but still looking for opportunities to get him out here. And here's how the manager is taking an approach moving forward with him.
I want to be able to have him work there so that I feel comfortable about putting him out there during the game. So you can see him there. You could also see him at some third base. You could still see him at shortstop. You could see him almost anywhere. Just wanted to make sure that he was got some work there, that he would feel comfortable doing it and not. And he did. I mean, he said that the other day, I'm fine, because he had played at second base in the past. He was adamant that I'm fine at second base, but still you want to give the guy a chance to get out there and get some work.
Whatever can help the team to win, we no matter what, we don't think about us. We don't think about me. We think about us. You know, it's like the team now.
So Starlin Castro being very professional about it. Maddon did say you could see Starlin starting at second when they face a lefty this weekend, so keep that in mind. As for tonight, Dan Herron making his home debut. The veteran righty 1-2, a 5.86 ERA in his 5 starts at Wrigley. Hasn't pitched here, however, since August of 2013. His battery mate this evening, Miguel Montero, a guy who caught him quite a bit during their days in Arizona and is looking forward to working with him once again.
I mean, he was a totally different pitcher than it is now, but I was fortunate enough to have been facing him through the years. And, you know, one thing that he does well is compete. You know, he's going to compete. He's going to give his best out there, and I'm pretty sure he's going to, you know, keep us in the ball game regardless.
I know he's going to be more comfortable. I think he's rested, so you're going to see, like, he's going to be able to hopefully even get deeper into that game. I mean, he's a solid 6+ kind of a guy. You're right. Maybe the familiarity with Miggy is going to help him a bit, but I do believe he's going to be more comfortable today, and I really want to see that.
So to what Madden's alluding to, Heron a little more settled in now than he was a week ago. He's got a familiar face behind the plate with him, and he'll look to keep this good stretch going for the Cubs tonight. I know he would love Anthony Rizzo, as you were mentioning, Luke, to stay hot. The guy hitting almost 400 against this Brewers team, 10 home runs in 19 games, and the Cubs, the first of 3 against Milwaukee here on the north side. We'll head back to you guys in the studio.
Kelly, thanks. We'll look for your reports throughout the evening. Appreciate it. Now to the Bears, where our training camp coverage is brought to you by Apt Electronics. Do simple better. That's a slogan Cubs manager Joe Madden likes to preach. But the Bears are taking that same approach into Thursday's preseason opener. Kip Lewis tells us we're about to find out a lot more about these new-look Bears.
The goal for the Bears preseason opener is simple for John Fox. Keep it basic.
Obviously, you're trying to, put your guys in position to have some success, but we're not full-blown game mode right now. We're still in training camp, still installing, being a new staff, putting in all new offense, new defense, as well as special teams. We just want to be able to let them line up in things that, they can execute, and, we can evaluate and try to pick our best 53. Just try to get guys, 12 to 15 plays, a little bit like last week at Family Fest, and then, evaluate the next part of the roster.
We want to get in and out of the huddle. We want to limit our mistakes, our mental errors. We want to get some first downs and move the ball and just kind of attack like we have been trying to do throughout camp.
Jake Cutler's been through the process of learning a new offense before, but he noted something in this Adam Gase offense that has stood out to him.
We're not going to run things if a guy can't do it or someone's uncomfortable with it, because we don't want negative plays, and Adam doesn't want to put us in positions where we might fail. We're doing everything in our power to get good schemes, but along that lines of just not running blanket plays.
And for the Bears coaching staff, this will be the first time they get to see their players in live game action.
Carries a little bit more weight. It's kind of like a, I don't know, midterm or final. It carries more weight than maybe some of the pop quizzes, which would be practice. You've got to evaluate your team, and you got to run your offense, your defense, and your kicking game. Obviously, when you get into the regular season, there's a lot more game planning. Matchups are so much greater.
One player that Jake Cutler will not have the services of in this opening preseason game is first-round draft pick Kevin White. The former West Virginia star is still sidelined with that shin injury and is yet to practice here at training camp. Jake Cutler said the team has to do what's best for White right now, and at the same time continue encouraging him. At Bears camp in Bourbonnais, Kip Lewis, Comcast Sportsnet.
Thank you, Kip. The NFL Draft coming back to Chicago next spring. Mayor Rahm Emanuel and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell announced the news today at the NFL owners meeting that was out in Schaumburg. The draft will be April 28th to the 30th. Some estimates had the draft making more than $40 million in an impact in Chicago this past year.
We're coming back to Chicago for the draft in May of 2016. We're thrilled. They have earned it. It is the success we had last year, I think, set a new bar for the draft. It set a new opportunity for fans to interact with the NFL. It had a tremendous impact on this community. The Bears, the city, the fans did an absolutely extraordinary job.
You've made the second city the first choice again, and that the NFL Draft is a world-class event, and I'm proud that they picked a world-class city like the city of Chicago. And I don't know if you know this, but a couple weeks ago, we did an economic impact study of the draft, and both on jobs, revenues to the city, on economic activity, it was a real touchdown for the city.
After a slow start to the season, Avi Garcia has been red hot over the last week. The White Sox look to continue their winning ways against some of the best in the AL West. The coach, the Zen Master, the Wizard of Oz, and Coach Q, they all have one thing in common. And coming up, we'll explain how Joe Madden looks to join that exclusive club.
Sportsnet Central, brought to you by Comcast Business. Comcast Business, built for business.
This is a great place to work, not because they have yoga meetings and a juice bar, because they're getting Comcast Business Internet. Comcast Business offers convenient installation appointments that work around your schedule, and it takes about an hour.
Get reliable internet that's up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. Call 800-501-6000 to switch today.
Perks are nice, but the best thing you can give your business is Comcast Business.
Comcast Business, built for business.
Quiet on the set. Take 73. What? It's a saving big is no laughing matter at the Bob Roman Auto Group. Over 7,000 new and used cars online at bobrorman.com.
There's only one Bob Roman.
For 7 years, I was an iron worker here in Chicago until I fell and lost the use of my limbs. The construction company tried to blame me. They said the accident was my fault. But Cliff Horowitz knew the truth, and he proved it in court. I wound up winning a $64 million verdict, the largest in Illinois history. Some people say all lawyers are the same. They're wrong. Cliff Horowitz got my family the whole justice we deserve.
Horowitz and Associates. We fight for working people.
Cliff Horowitz fights for working people.
I heard I could call Angie's List if I needed work done around my house at a fair price.
Sure can.
So I could get a faulty light switch fixed?
Yep.
Or make a backyard pizza oven?
Oh, yeah.
I can almost taste it now.
Tastes like victory?
And pepperoni.
You can't put 2 in 1.
At Intel, they make technology that lets a device be a laptop and a tablet. So you can put 2 in 1.
No, you can't.
Can.
Can't.
Can.
Upgrade to a 2-in-1 with Intel.
Why would you not want to accept this challenge in this city, in that ballpark, under these circumstances, with this talent? It's an extraordinary moment.
That was a clean-shaven Joe Madden, but fear the facial hair. Cubs manager Joe Madden found out that all the Chicago coaches and managers that have won championships in the last 30 years have all had mustaches. So the Cubs skipper started growing that scruffy beard you see today, telling the Tampa Bay Times, quote, "Since facial hair is the key, I thought I'd take it to the next level," end quote. Well, Mike Ditka might have the most famous stash in Chicago, but Coach Q now closing in 3 Stanley Cups on his resume. Ozzie went with the goatee back in 2005 when the Sox won it all. Phil Jackson, of course, 6 titles with the Bulls in the 90s. He had the mustache and the beard. He went with the combo. By the way, the last Chicago coach to win a championship without facial hair, George Halas, back in 1963. Time to bring in our Jesse Rogers from ESPN Chicago, our good buddy. Jesse, Ken Rosenthal says second baseman Chase Utley has cleared waivers. The Phillies can deal him to any team now if they want, and the Cubs are apparently one of 3 that have scouted Utley. From what you're hearing, how serious are the Cubs about this?
Well, they were serious enough that they've been scouting him for quite some time. Before even the trade deadline back in late July, they've been looking at his rehab and how he's been doing down in the minors. So there was serious interest. I'm not sure if he's needed, Luke. I mean, they've got a pretty good bat in Chris Coghlan from the left side now at second base. Granted, he doesn't play defense the way Utley does because Utley's a natural second baseman. But where would you fit his bat in this lineup right now unless there's an injury? Starlin Castro taking ground balls at second today. So they're pretty well stacked there, and Javi Baez, of course, is in the minors. So if they picked him up, it would purely be because of an injury or they think they need a veteran presence there. But I think they're doing pretty good 1 through 8 in the lineup without him right now.
You mentioned Castro taking some grounders with Coghlan at second base tonight. Javi Baez was chasing fly balls in Iowa out in the outfield. Would the Cubs be that creative and actually try to mix Baez into the outfield? Is that something Joe Madden would try at some point?
No, not this year. Now, the offseason is a different story, or heading into spring training next season. They really want Javi just to get down there and be relaxed and play some baseball. He's been struggling as of late, although when he came back from his injury, he was very hot. But right now, I think they strictly want him to play the infield and just be consistent. You never know what could happen in September, Luke. He could be a big contributor here if there's an injury especially.
Jesse, a week ago we were at Wrigley debating how big that Giants series would turn out to be for the Cubs. Has that changed the sweep at all, changed your opinion about your expectations for this team?
Well, I picked them for 80 wins, so I think my expectations probably changed before the sweep. But certainly that series put them at a different level in the baseball world, right? They are one of the elite teams. Maybe not at the top with the Royals and some of the other teams that have been there before, like the Cardinals or even the Pirates, but they're in the conversation now. And I love hearing what's going on, even with the Castro benching. It's all about the team right now. It's team first. It's the first time I've heard that in years around here, and it's exciting to see and hear that this is all about one goal, trying to get to the postseason.
Jesse, real quick, where do we see Starlin Castro the rest of this season?
Absolutely at second base. Joe Madden made no bones about it. If there's a lefty on the mound, Starlin Castro will probably start at second base. If he's coming off the bench, he'll be there. If they want to sit Russell for a game, Addison Russell, might need a day off. Then Castro will go back to shortstop. But right now, he's their second baseman and a backup at that right now, unless there's a lefty on the mound.
Jesse Rogers from ESPN Chicago. Jesse, thanks as always.
You got it, Luke.
We want to hear from you. Should the Cubs trade for Chase Utley? And tell us why, too. Use the hashtag Cubs Talk. We'll have some of your answers coming up later in the show.
Players deserve it.
Oh, boy, way back. They just look up. He hung it. He heard it. A bomb by Avi. That ball hit deep into right center field. Stretch. You can. Put it on the board. Yes. A three-run bomb. A bomb by Avi. And it's 6-0.
It's time for Built for Business, presented by Comcast Business. Avi Garcia's been on fire the last 6 games, hitting .304, 4 homers, 9 RBI. He's also walked twice and scored 6 runs during that time. Comcast Business, built for business. Garcia's 2 homers last night helped the Sox end their 3-game losing streak. But now the Sox need to find a way to get Adam LaRoche going, too. He's hitting just .213 with a team worst 114 strikeouts this season, and he is not in the White Sox lineup tonight.
He's hit some hard. I mean, there's definitely frustration on his part, but I thought last night he had a couple good at bat, didn't really get anything out of it, but it's frustrating. I know what it feels like. It's not always fun to go through that, but knowing him and what he does every day, you like the fact that he's probably been through some rough patches before, so he can withstand it and keep going, know he can help us. Having Trace, I think we can put him in there. We can get Melky time as a DH, get him a little bit of rest so we can move Trace around the outfield.
Time for our Caldwell Banker home field advantage. So far this season, the Sox have dominated the American League West, going 6-1 at U.S. Cellular Field, while outscoring their opponents by 2 runs per game. The Sox have also homered 10 times in those 7 games. Coming up, we'll head out to Sin City, where Jimmy Butler and the rest of Team USA participated in their first practice, and Jimmy was reunited with Tibbs. The Jets continue to embarrass themselves. How the latest off-the-field incident will now impact their first 2 months of the season. Details next.
We all want that wow result on our own projects, that perfect reveal. To get it, all you need is proper prep and the right tools for the job. 3M Adhesive Technology delivers sharp paint lines and clean removal, so you can be confident you'll get great results. No surprises and no rework. Prep your next project with Scotch Blue Painter's Tape and pull off a better paint job.
White Sox fans, want to receive exclusive ticket offers and pre-sales, video sneak peeks, breaking news alerts, and more all year long? Then you need to join the White Sox community by becoming a member of the WhiteSox.com Blacklist. The Blacklist is the only way to ensure you know about the latest and greatest promotional items, ticket deals, and special ballpark activities. Don't miss out on all the top White Sox news. Visit WhiteSox.com/blacklist to register for free today.
Whoa, Marge. You're not Marge.
I'm sort of Marge. We both drive a stick. We both like saving money on car insurance. And we both feel integrity, such as that of healthcare in the America of the U.S. And therefore, yes, Thank you.
No, please, stop!
Sorta you isn't you. Start with a quote from Esurance and get a set of discounts personalized to you, not someone sorta like you. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
Nice car. Not so nice scratch. Wouldn't it be nice if removing ugly scratches from your car was this easy? Now with new Finish Scratch Doctor, removing surface scratches is easy. In fact, independent laboratory tests have proven Scratch Doctor to be the best scratch remover available. Scratch Doctor with advanced microtechnology also removes paint scrapes, scuffs, haze, and swirl marks. So get Scratch Doctor.
#1 rated Scratch Doctor, available at Advance Auto, Walgreens, Ace, Target, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Tonight, it's the dog days of August, and our Cubs are ready to test their bite against the division rival Crew. Flip over for the first pitch and stay with us through the final out. It's Blue versus Brew. Cubs versus Brewers, tonight at 7 on CSN.
We were behind big time at 8-0, even at 9-4. I was starting to give up hope. Then Jimmy Edmonds with 2 aboard. Bam! And then Mark DeRosa. Are you kidding me? I mean, touch them all. 10-9 Cubs. What a game.
Well, yesterday we had Panthers quarterback Cam Newton getting in a fight. Today it's Jets quarterback Geno Smith, and now he's out for 6 to 10 weeks with a broken jaw. Reserve linebacker Ike Enekamali was released by the team after he sucker punched the Jets starting quarterback in the locker room. Apparently the two had a personal matter festering that had nothing to do with football. Allegedly maybe a $600 payment that he owed him for a flight. Sounds like a new episode of Ballers on HBO.
Ike is gone, and he won't be practicing today. He won't be playing this weekend. He probably won't play in the preseason. And depending on how surgery goes, we'll see where we go from there. We may add or not add another quarterback, but we are down. It's something we're dealing with, and the team knows it's something we don't tolerate, something we can't stand, and you don't walk up to another man and punch him in the face.
Well, I guess that makes sense. And then former Kentucky quarterback Jared Lorenzen, who was known as the Pillsbury throw boy, tweeted this out. Hey, Jets, just saying, I already look great in green. Lorenzen currently plays for the Northern Kentucky River Monsters of the Continental Indoor Football League, where they feed the players on a regular basis. Team USA starting up practice today out in Las Vegas with Rio on their minds. Jimmy Butler getting a serious look from Team USA this week, while Derrick Rose declined to participate. Butler was reunited with former Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, who's an assistant coach for Team USA. And Tibbs had nothing but good things to say about his time as the Bulls head coach.
Okay. It was a great run. I had a great staff. I enjoyed them. The players were terrific. My whole experience there was great. So, in pro sports, it happens. You move on, you look back, and, I'd rather reflect on the positives than think about any negatives, because the good far outweighed any bad. My experience there was great. I appreciated, all that the players did for me. I appreciate the opportunity that Jerry gave me. I'm moving on, they're moving on. I wish them well. I think, if they're healthy, I think they could have a great season next year, and I hope they do, because of the closeness I have to all the players that are still there.
Meanwhile, Minnesota Timberwolves president and head coach Flip Saunders announced today that he is undergoing chemotherapy for lymphoma. The 60-year-old coach says doctors at Mayo Clinic believe it's a very treatable and curable form of cancer. He's continuing his normal work routine. He was diagnosed about 2 months ago. Coming up, we'll turn back the clock 24 years to this date in Chicago sports history, a very memorable one for White Sox fans. Details after a quick timeout.
Great time for a shiny floor wax, no? Not if you just put the finishing touches on your latest masterpiece. Timing's important. Comcast Business knows that. That's why you can schedule an installation at a time that works for you, even late at night or on the weekend if that's what you need, because you have enough to worry about. I did not see that coming.
Don't deal with disruptions. Get better internet installed on your schedule. Comcast Business, built for business.
Come one, come all, during our 3-ring circus of savings at Arlington Acura. It's that kind of summer event.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on all new Acura models, or lease a brand new 2015 Acura TLX for only $199 a month.
Be sure to see us before you buy.
Bob Rohrman.
Bob Rohrman's Arlington, Acura, and Palatine, just west of Route 53 on Dundee Road.
I thought you measured.
I did measure it. Just take the cushions off.
They are off.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move and we'll bundle DirecTV with internet and home phone services for one low price. You'll get the best value, a savings of up to $120. Moving has never been more rewarding. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
To some of us, home improvement isn't a chore. It's a privilege and a satisfying part of owning your own home. The tools and supplies you choose need to be able to deliver the same quality that you demand of the work you do. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we understand, and we want to help you achieve the best job possible. For your next home repair or home improvement project, we'd like to help you make your life better with genuine value. From Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai, all backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit geraldhyundai.com.
Remember this, back on this day in 1991, White Sox pitcher Wilson Alvarez pitched a no-hitter against the Orioles. Alvarez, who came over along with Sammy Sosa from the Rangers in the Harold Baines trade, was making only his second Major League start. Programming reminder, Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Crosstown Cup coverage all weekend long. We'll begin on Friday at 2 o'clock as the Cubs and White Sox face off at U.S. Cellular Field. Tweet answers. Should the Cubs go after Chase Utley? Well, how about this one? No, this isn't 2009. Tommy also advises the Cubs to not live in the past by simply saying, this is 2015, no, end quote. Ouch, Tommy. Tonight on Sportsnet Central, full highlights from the Cubs and Sox. Madden tries to follow in the long line of Chicago's championship coaches with facial fuzz. And Michael Jordan returns to the city of Chicago, plus Bears and updates from Bourbonnais, Jimmy Butler, Team USA. We will have it all for you. We are out of time. I'm Luke Stuckmeyer. Thanks for watching Sportsnet Central, presented by Comcast Business. Don't forget, for sports information 24/7, you can check out our website. It's csnchicago.com. Don't go anywhere. Cubs baseball coming up next. They're looking for their 11th win in the last 12 games. And that guy, Dan Herron, making his Wrigley Field debut tonight. You'll see it right here next on Comcast Sportsnet.
Packed house, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Well, how about this moment for the kid?
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
Drive the new 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough, for just $249 a month. See your local Ford dealer today.
I've got my heart set on a wedding day. I've got this vision of a girl in white. Made my decision that it's you, all right. I'm asking you to be my true companion.
No matter if you're 37 or 73, TCF is in rhythm with your dreams.
At TCF, you can borrow and save for life's special moments.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way.
Why?
I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited plan. It's unlimited talk, text, and data. We could do this all day with 4G LTE speed. Hey, baby. Because we move fast.
You want to go to the park, buddy? And at $29.88, it's the lowest price unlimited plan that includes 4G LTE.
It's the real plan
for real people
with real savings.
Save money. Live better. Walmart. It's a golden opportunity to discover the exhilaration of efficiency. With 6 models to choose from, there's a Lexus hybrid for every driver. Come into the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our entire hybrid lineup. Lease the 2015 CT 200H for $299 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
The Northside Express rolls on tonight as Joe's guys go for their 11th win in 12 games. The next target, their I-94 neighbors to the north. It's the Cubs hosting the Brewers next on Comcast Sportsnet. Beautiful night here in Chicago as we get you set for Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet. After an off day, the Cubs welcome in the Milwaukee Brewers. It's the first of a 3-game series. Great to have you with us as always, along with Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. The Cubs have taken 10 out of 11 and included in that stretch a couple of 4-game sweeps, including one in Milwaukee about 10 days ago.
Yeah, in that series, the Cubs' pitching was outstanding. Pretty close games, well-played games, but the Cubs prevailed all 4 times, hitting just .235. They did hit 5 long balls, but the pitching, especially the starters, was outstanding.
Cubs have really spread it around offensively here as of late, but the key guy all season long has been Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, indeed. He's been the captain, whatever you want to call it, the big toe. Sergeant Holka, Anthony Rizzo has led the way, continues to swing a very hot bat. He's done a lot of damage against this Milwaukee club over his last 11 ball games. He's slugging better than .800, batting average of .436. He's gone deep 5 times.
And big numbers against Milwaukee this year. He's got 15 hits. 5 of those have left the ballpark in 10 games. The Cubs have won 6 of the first 10 against the Brewers. This season series will go 19 games in all. Good pitching matchup tonight. Taylor Youngman, a rookie who's been very good for the Brewers, and veteran Dan Herron will make his second start as a Cub. Coming off a big 4-game sweep over the defending champion Giants, the Cubs look ahead now to the Brewers next.
Tom posted.
Dogs grew, car didn't. Hashtag Great Dane problems.
Wow, how old are they?
8 months.
You're gonna need a CRV, and you can find a great deal on one at the Honda Summer Clearance event. The CRV is Motor Trend's 2015 Sport Utility of the Year and a 2015 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Oh, he likes it.
Perfect.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai, all backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit GeraldHyundai.com.
I thought you measured.
I did measure it. Just take the cushions off.
They are off.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move, and we'll bundle DirecTV with internet and home phone services for one low price. With this added value, moving has never been more rewarding. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. AT&T Uverse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT, mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Absolutely gorgeous tonight. Mild temperatures, clear skies, wind blowing in ever so slightly. Just kind of has the hint of autumn here in mid-August. Let's get the Brewers Southwest starting lineup written out by manager Craig Counsell. They have news. We'll get to that in their front office coming up a little later. Shane Peterson is going to spell Ryan Braun tonight and lead off. Davis, Lind, Lucroy, Jeanette, and Herrera. Followed by Gene Segura, the shortstop. Logan Schaefer gets a rare start in center. And the pitcher, Taylor Youngman, will bat ninth. And Dan Herron's ready to go.
Schwarber, Fowler, Soler in the outfield. And with Dan Herron on the mound, you expect a busy night perhaps for the outfielders. Dan is an extreme fly ball pitcher. We'll check in with the rest of the defense here momentarily.
Ball lifted in the air to deep center. On the back pedal, it's Fowler to make the catch.
Well, let's take a look at Dan Herron, our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher. He's made one start with the Cubs. For the season, he is 7-7 with a 3.49 ERA. I mentioned a fly ball pitcher. He's allowed 23 home runs, among the most in Major League Baseball, but 18 of those have been solo shots.
So he's 9 years older than the Milwaukee starter, Taylor Youngman. And 1 ball, no strikes on the red-hot Chris Davis. So he moves up in the order, batting second. 2 homers on Sunday against the Cardinals. He's homered 4 times in his last 14 at-bats and took a big home run hack and missed it. 1-1. 72 degrees, a northeast wind at 4.
It was blowing harder a little bit early on, but the flags have really settled down.
Wide for ball 2, 2-1. Aaron's 6'5", 215. From Southern California near Los Angeles. Born in Monterey Park with the Pepperdine. That one queued up along first. A fair ball hits the bag, and Rizzo stayed with it. Well, that ball was fouled by about 2 or 3 feet and then found a way with all the English on it to come back and hit first base.
Minnesota Fats would have been proud of this one. This had all kinds of funk on it. Right off the end of the bat, and it's got a little gyro ball action. Nice play by Rizzo. Hell, the spin, and on top of that, it kicks off the base. So he has to react to that. A little deflection in front of the net.
So 2 gone, and now Adam Lind hitting .379 to start the month of August. Low and inside for ball 1. Mention the news regarding the Brewers front office. Longtime general manager Doug Melvin is moving to an advisory role, so they are looking for a candidate to run their baseball operations department. Doug Melvin had been running baseball ops since September of '02, so the end of an era for the Milwaukee Brewers. That ball just foul. It never did run.
He will stay on as general manager until they find a new one, and then will transition into that advisory role. This has been in the works for some time. They've just gone public with it, but been talking about it since May. Had a very nice run.
I referenced this when we were in Milwaukee recently when the Cubs swept the Brewers in 4 games. A calendar year ago, it was the Brewers in first place and the Cubs were in last. And my, how things have changed. Called strike 3. Cubs going for their 5th straight win here tonight. Good start for Herron. 1, 2, 3. Go the Brewers.
The McDonald's Jalapeno Double and all-new Jalapeno McChicken are loaded with sliced and crispy jalapenos. So they're pretty hot. Try them now for just $2 each at McDonald's.
Busy. It's worn like a badge. Coming in early, staying really late. When did leaving work on time become an act of courage? Sometimes it takes a fearless choice to wake people up. Can a CUV provoke change? You have no idea. Introducing the all-new Hyundai Tucson, the official pace car of living.
Doesn't it seem like the wireless world today could use a smile? At Cricket Wireless, we think so. That's why prices for our plans are all in, taxes and fees included. And we've got more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. That's a whole lot of network for not a lot of dough. It's what makes Cricket the happiest place in the whole wireless world.
It's only a muffin, freshly baked in store. And just one bite will have you wanting more. New freshly baked cranberry orange double chocolate and blueberry McCafe muffins. Now a small McCafe coffee in any muffin is only $2.29.
If tonight's Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish Illinois. And as we check in on the Cubs Southwest starting lineup, they have plated a first-inning run in each of their last 4 and 6 of their last 7 games. Fowler, Schwarber, and Coughlin at the top. Rizzo, Bryant, and Soler in the middle. Montero, Herron, and Russell. You see good work done at the plate for Addison here over the last few weeks.
Brewers defensively, no more Parra, no more Gomez. So the outfield alignment, Davis, Schaefer, and Peterson with the resting Ryan Braun. Herrera, Segura, Jeanette Lind, third to first. Jonathan Lucroy, rock solid behind the plate. And the Lexus starting pitcher for the Brewers tonight is a talented young right-hander, Taylor Youngman. He's made 11 starts. He's allowed more than 2 earned runs in only one of those 11 starts. 6-3, 2.26 ERA for the big righty out of Texas. 6'6", 210, heater, curveball, and a change.
Born in Temple, Texas, was a Longhorn and was the 12th overall pick in 2011. And ball one on Dexter Fowler. Umpires tonight, Eric Cooper, Trip Gibson, Joliet's Mark Carlson, the crew chief, and Gabe Morales. Fowler had a 12-pitch plate appearance to start the bottom of the first on Sunday against Jake Peavy, and it really set the tone for the day in the Cubs' 2-0 win. Ironically, he did not reach base in that game for the first time in 23 contests, but he saw 27 pitches in his 4 plate appearances. So that's how you help without reaching base.
Certainly value in that.
Herrera in at third, and Fowler takes strike 2. It's 2-2. So while Milwaukee sits in last place, 24 games out, they've got a young rookie on the mound who has been nothing less than terrific so far. He has kept the ball in the ballpark, has not allowed a homer his last 6 starts. So this will be a challenge for the Cubs hitters tonight. Fowler held its full 3-2.
Yeah, this lineup obviously easier to pitch to after the trades, and with Braun not in the lineup tonight. But the guy in the mound makes such a big difference, and this guy has been a difference maker so far for the Brewers. Works from the third base side of the rubber, really works across his body.
High fly the other way as Davis will move in a few steps. He's got it. Yep, you mentioned Braun. He's got some stiffness in his back. Does not sound serious, but he gets the night off. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, who has scored a run in each of his last 7 games. There's Braun. They overshift on the infield toward the right. And Peterson playing really deep out there in right field. Maybe 15 feet from the warning track. Ball one on Kyle.
We saw Youngman in that series in Milwaukee back on July 31st. Worked 5 2/3, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned.
That was the curveball. 2-0. So he pitches here at Wrigley Field for the first time. Deep breath. And the pitch. It's at the knees, and it's 2-1. Fun to scoreboard watch these days, and Cub fans a little conflicted. The Pirates are in St. Louis tonight. Jeff Locke and Carlos Martinez trying to figure out who do I root against. Can they both lose? No. High deep drive to center. Schaefer's back on the warning track, and he's got just enough room. Schwarber into a very light breeze, as JD mentioned. Not blowing hard, but if it's blowing out at even 4 or 5 miles an hour, that's a home run.
Yeah, maybe just enough to influence a high drive by Schwarber. Again, very solid contact. I mean, freeze frame that swing right there with his head right on it. That is so impressive. Just couldn't quite get it out of here. It's getting to the point where you expect damage from him every time he comes to the plate.
4th consecutive start at second base for Chris Coghlan. Took some ground balls at 3rd today. I was talking to Chris. He's just trying to make it past the 7th inning, and he kind of joked. He said, look, I've got to earn the trust of my manager, and he gets it. He has not played a lot of infield this year. We know that. He originally came up as an infielder a long time ago in the minor leagues. And so his chore right now is to take a lot of extra work on the infield, and he wants to get to the point where he makes it harder for his manager to take him out for defense. One and one. Make that 2-1. And that will get out of play to left. 2-2. Another big crowd here tonight. Would imagine a really good walk-up with the weather and the way this team is playing. Where would you rather be? Actually, a huge week of baseball here in Chicago. The White Sox are hosting the Angels, and then we'll head down to U.S. Cellular Field for the weekend. Coghlan went, strike 3, and that will end the Cubs' first strikeout for Youngman, scoreless after an inning.
We invented low fares. Then everyone else pretty much tried to follow. We call it the Southwest effect. But other airlines probably use more colorful language. Low fares. We don't just have them. We invented them. And here we go again. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
Attention, America. Get yourself a free half-gallon of Dole Classic lemonade with any 10-piece meal or larger purchase. Because when you buy this chicken, there's free lemonade for the picking. It's finger-licking good.
Bass Pro Shops is more than a store. shirts. It's great brands from Coleman and North Face to Redhead and Ascend.
Bass Pro Shops is the place for huge savings during our end-of-season clearance.
There's never been a better time to come to Bass Pro Shops than right now.
I'm going to college, but also launching a new startup.
Well, these 2-in-1s come with a fast and powerful Intel Core processor, which means you'll have everything you need to take on whatever college or the real world might throw your way.
Here you go.
That's it.
Get all the technology you need to prep for your best year yet. Save $100 on select 2-in-1 laptops, plus get great offers with our exclusive college student deals. Expert service, unbeatable price. Best Buy.
Hey, Cub fans, let's go. The Cubs are playing great ball, and we're hitting the stretch run. Don't miss your chance to catch a game here at beautiful Wrigley Field. The Brewers are back tomorrow night. Series finale also Wednesday afternoon at 1:20. Good seats are still available. Visit Cubs.com today. Great to have the Lee family with us tonight, visiting the booth. Brooks and Ivy winners, and let's send it down to Kelly Crow.
Thanks a lot, Lynn. Well, Dan Herron back on the bump, who finished off that first inning with the perfectly placed 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Exactly why his Twitter handle reads, "I throw 88," a guy who can make light of the fact that he has lost some velocity over the years, but has still found ways to be successful. And guys, Miguel Montero caught for him back in the Arizona days and said he couldn't wait. It's been 5 years since he's caught for him, but loves this guy because he knows how to pitch, not how to throw. And he says he's a grinder. Couldn't wait to get behind the plate tonight.
Thanks, Kelly. Dan admitted to some butterflies in his Cubs debut, pitching in Pittsburgh last week. Struggled early, but
sure he's got some here tonight as well, making his home debut at Wrigley.
That's snagged by Chris Bryant as he just robbed Lucroy of a double. Nice wingspan.
Way to be tall, as Joe Madden would say. Looked like a cut fastball. LaCroix thought he had extra bases. Denied by the big fella.
So a loud first out, and it's Scooter Gennett. Bryant now way off the line and in on the grass against the left-handed hitting Gennett.
As Kelly mentioned, Hare not a hard thrower. He'll go 86 to 88 with a fastball. He relies heavily on a cut fastball these days, just trying to create a little late movement.
On the ground to Coghlan.
Throw a two-seamer with running action, occasional sink. Curveball and a splitter.
Switch hitting Elian Herrera, hitting .350 here in August. Not necessarily tryout camp for the Brewers, but no question Craig Counsell has some opportunities here to look at some different guys. You mentioned the trades. In late July, Ramos Ramirez, Carlos Gomez, Gerardo Parra, Jonathan Broxton, all dealt away. In a unique situation regarding Doug Melvin moving out of the GM role, and with Craig Counsell taking over earlier this year for Ron Renicky. Counsell's not going anywhere. Don't know how much input he would have in terms of the next GM, and sometimes that can be tricky in terms of the organizational chart, but it sounds like he's pretty much entrenched, and as they look to maybe go a little more new school with the analytics, Craig Counsell fits that mold very well. He's a really smart guy.
Yeah, and you know, the stories we had heard earlier was that Craig could have had any job in the organization he wanted. If he wanted to be the GM, that could have been his.
Well, right to Rizzo. 2 perfect innings for Heron. Got some help from Bryant earlier on the line out. Bottom 2, 0-0.
Dunkin' Donuts has partnered with MLB to bring you MLB Runs on DD. Watch every Tuesday, and if 125 runs are scored league-wide, you could score free MLB prizes. Enter for a chance to win at MLB.com/Dunkin' and root for every run every Tuesday.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
Amazing Cascade video walls from Prism. Learn more at prism.com.
Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee gives you the boost you need to knock every day out of the park. Nothing keeps you on top of your game like a delicious Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. The official iced coffee of MLB.com. America runs on Dunkin'.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second. We're scoreless. Fans interact with CSN Chicago during tonight's game by using the hashtag Cubs Talk. And make sure to follow us on Twitter at CSN Cubs.
Cubs talk. We'll pick a topic, discuss. We're going to be on the bleachers tomorrow. I hope the weather's just like it is tonight.
I think it will be.
Perfect. It's going to be a hot one this weekend on the south side. Looks like we might reach the 90s. Your favorite decade. Here's Rizzo. We're going to let you live that one down. Rizzo, Bryant, and Soler against Taylor Youngman. Just missed the outside corner. And a fastball, ball 1. And they overshift against Rizzo like they do against Schwarber. Here's the 1-0. 1-1. Cubs just swept the defending champs. And that's the first time the Cubs have done that in a 4-game series. A sweep in 4 games over a defending World Series champion since they did it against the 1915 Boston Braves at Fenway Park. Giants are back home. They're hosting Houston, or Houston hosting. And they just put Angel Pagan on the DL.
And they've got Bumgarner against Kazmir tonight in a marquee matchup.
Swing and a miss.
Well, a 4-game sweep of any kind is impressive. It just doesn't happen all that often, and the Cubs have pulled off 3 of them already this year. They got the Mets, the Brewers, and now the Giants. Yeah, but to do it again, and that's a good Giant club that was in here. I mean, obviously they're the defending world champions, but watching them play this year, they've got a lot of firepower in that lineup. They've got pitching issues.
Cubs with 3 of them, most in the major leagues. So they're 11-0 collectively against the Mets and the Giants this year. Called strike 3. No argument from Anthony. Back-to-back Ks now for Youngman, going back to Coughlin to win the first.
Anthony, I think Anthony was thinking maybe he'd get a breaking ball there from Youngman. The last thing he expected was a heater right over the heart of the plate. Youngman said, "Take my fastball, please."
Here's Chris Bryant. "15 homers, the most by Cub in his first major league season. Andy Brooks hit 14 back in 1925. Bryant with the game-winning RBI in the first inning on Sunday as he hits one in the left center. Diving attempt. I think it's trapped by Chris Davis. He didn't even know where the ball was, and it's a double for Bryant. Good effort by Chris Davis. First hit of the ball game.
Try to work Bryant up and in with a heater. And he gets the hands pulled in. He didn't really barrel it up, but he is so strong. He hits it on a line. And watch Davis. He has no idea where this ball is.
So it would not have been a catch, as you saw the ball hit the grass first. That's an 8-game hitting streak for Bryant. Soler comes in, having hit it 9 in a row. And a chance to take an early lead. And that cheating toward second now scampers back to his position as Soler takes ball 1.
Yeah, this is most impressive, this recent trend here by Soler, and much needed. He's been in a pretty good funk. So he's trending upward. Bryant and Addie Russell all showing signs of improvement here lately. Soler likes to hit the fastball, and when he squares it up, it's really loud and really jumps off his bat. And in a bit of a bind here, 2-0's got to make a pitch. And I would think, well, two thoughts. One, with the way Soler has been swinging it lately, you might turn him loose here on 3-0. The reason why you wouldn't is that Young has just been really tough on right-handed hitters, and if he gets a little greedy, he might chase something in on his hands. Based on what Joe has done all year, I'm guessing he's got the green light.
Pitchers strike 3-1. Base hit center field. Bryant around third. On his way to the plate. The throw by Schaefer. Not in time. Jorge Soler with an RBI single. And yes, we will check on the exit velocity. Wow.
That was for Youngman. I was feeling his potential pain. This was a great shot from that center field camera. That rocket comes right back up the middle. Youngman's lucky that one didn't take his head off. The Cubs don't score in the first tonight, but they do score first, which has been the trend.
So it's 1-0. Soler now with a 10-game hitting streak. Miguel Montero, ball 1. Third game off the DL for Montero, and he really helped Hector Rondon get through that crazy 9th inning on Sunday. Loaded the bases with nobody out and then struck out 3 to get out of it. We were sitting in Joe's office. I said, that was exciting. He said, exciting? Maybe for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of ninth inning that for a manager it feels like it takes years off your life. But they got through it. That one will be floated out in the left center, and it'll drop down for a hit. Soler will try for 3 now as Schaefer bobbled the ball. So a base hit and likely an error. And they're at the corners.
Good job there by Soler making an aggressive turn at second base. You always want to get that outfielder's attention. You want to force him to take a peek, maybe make a misplay just because of the threat of taking an extra base. And then the other part of it is don't give up on the play. Don't assume that it's going to be handled out there. Keep your eye on the ball and take advantage of any opportunity. I like the look of this lineup, boy, with Montero back. He's a dangerous hitter down there in the 7 hole. You got Addie Russell, who's really been swinging it well, hitting 9th. And a night like tonight, with Dan Herron pitching, you've got a legitimate bat in that 8 hole too, because Herron can really swing it. Although he may be really safety squeezing it here.
Three consecutive 1-out hits. Herrera pulled in at 3rd. Lind ready to charge. Montero fakes towards 2nd, and a curveball is outside as Herron let it go for ball 1.
Been in the league a long time, and throughout that time has been one of the better hitting pitchers in the game.
Cubs are 45-10 when they score the first run. Another breaking ball, 2-0.
Back-to-back breaking balls with the opposing pitcher up.
Aaron can handle the bat a little bit. It appears as though Youngman can too. He's put up some big numbers early on this season. The bunt pretty hard. Flip to the plate. Got to tag him, and they didn't. Soler got in. 2-0. That's a trickier play, as it's not a force. And Soler got in.
I think LaCroix must have just dropped the ball.
I think you're right, the way he reacted.
Yeah, I mean, the throw was there.
Yeah, ball got out.
Never secured it. It popped out of his glove when he tried to apply the tag.
Second error of the inning. A fielder's choice and an error on Lucroy. So no RBI for Herron, but that doesn't matter. Addison Russell with 2 on and 1 out.
Jake Peavy of the Giants went 5 innings on Sunday. That was the longest start of any Giant starter in that 4-game series. The Cub hitters really wore out their starters early, and you're seeing Youngman having to work awfully hard already here tonight.
Kick and the 1-1. Big rip by Russell. Just got a piece of it. 1-2. There it is. Thump foul. Been some loud noises, haven't there, in the second inning? including your little grunt on the Soler base hit.
The swings these guys have been taking, they're grunt-inducing. Russell's approach on the fastball has gotten so much better with his mechanical change he's made.
Base hit left field. Montero to third. Stop sign on early from Gary Jones. Bases loaded.
Hammered that fastball foul. This time he's able to stay back on the curveball. Squares that up nicely. Cubs have had some issues this year coming off of days off. Looks like they're ready to go here tonight.
AT&T U-verse Multiview. 4 hits, 2 errors in the inning. Still only 1 out. Cubs trying to serve a knockout blow of sorts here early on. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, it'd be nice to put a big fat number up there for Dan Hare and let him go to work.
Youngman ready. And a fly ball hit the deep left. Davis is back. Right on the edge of the track, he's got it. Montero tagging. Sac fly. Dexter Fowler. 3-0.
Youngman has slipped into that downward spiral that pitchers fall into. You give up a little hard contact, all of a sudden you think everybody is Babe Ruth, and you become very cautious. And the next thing you know, you're 2-0 on everybody, and when you're 2-0, you're going to give up more hard contact.
By the way, StatCast did not give an exit velocity on the Soler base hit. We were curious, or at least I was.
Unrecordable.
I know he hit it hard.
It was hit so hard it was unrecordable. And it was knuckling, so they couldn't pick up the spin. They didn't get the spin rate on it. The key for Youngman's going to be that curveball. If he can get that over on 0-0, that will open up some doors for him.
One and two.
Good carry on that four-seam fastball. He's got good stuff. Fastball 94, 95 miles an hour. It's a plus curveball.
Peterson playing deep and actually has to come in to make the grab. That'll end the inning, but the Cubs put up a 3-spot and lead after 2.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. get to Oakbrook Toyota for a wild beast of a deal on a new Toyota.
Get 0 APR for 60 months on 11 new Toyota models, or lease a Toyota Corolla for only $169 a month.
Bob Rohrman. Bob Rohrman's Oakbrook Toyota in Westmont. Only 5 minutes west of the Tri-State on Elgin Avenue. Part of the Midwest #1 by Yamaha Group.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver. This is precision. This is GMC.
Now during the GMC Summer Sell Down, get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select Sierra models in stock the longest. That's over 10,000 on this Sierra.
The BMW i8's full-color head-up display keeps you focused on the road ahead, even when you're driving the BMW 3 Series. This and other BMW i8 innovations available in the BMW 3 Series. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Enjoy no-cost maintenance and exceptional offers at your local BMW center today.
This weekend, the battle for the Crosstown Cup shifts to U.S. Cellular Field. CSN Chicago is proud to bring you every game. Our weekend coverage begins Friday afternoon at 2 with a special 1-hour edition of Cubs pregame live. It's presented by Fields Auto right here on CSN. Well, there's a buzz in this ballpark that we haven't heard in a while. And it's been a really fun homestand. The Cubs took all 4 against the Giants, and leading here early 3-0 as Dan Herron seeks his first win as a Cub and the 150th victory of his career. Ball 1 on Gene Segura. Had a good day on Sunday and a win against the Cardinals. He had 2 hits, a walk, reached all 3 times. But where has the power gone? He has 1 extra base hit, a home run, over his last 55 games, covering 223 plate appearances. And you see the slugging percentage at a measly .324.
And 13 extra base hits all year. 6 doubles, 4 home runs, 3 triples.
2 balls and a strike. Pirates and Cardinals are tied at 1 early as they go to the bottom of the 2nd. Bryant guns across and gets Segura. 1 out here in the Milwaukee 3rd, and it's Logan Schaefer playing center. Two of the runs were unearned because of a couple of Brewers errors, one by Schaefer. And a strike. Schaefer making his 8th start in center, but the first since April 29th. That was in a previous stint with the big league club.
Good action on that split finger pitch. Long been a weapon for Herron against left-handed hitters. He has not used that pitch as much this year as he has in recent seasons.
Called strike 3. Follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider all season long on Comcast Sportsnet, brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
That was a clinic that Herron just put on right there. Following up those splitters with that inside fastball.
Herron has struck out 2, both looking.
Kelly referenced the conversation with Montero when he talked about pitching the baseball as opposed to throwing the baseball, and that's exactly what Herron does. Location, movement, change of speeds.
Youngman 6 out of 19. That's a .316 average. Slugging .368. So he can handle the bat. Probably should come up with a new phrase. Pretty much every major leaguer can handle the bat. It's not like they walk up there and drop the bat. They can actually handle it. It's can they swing it successfully.
He has the skills of a fine batsman.
There you go.
Of a knock.
He is 7 out of 20 to .350 average. Making it look too easy, and that's their first hit. Comes with 2 outs in the 3rd.
Cutter stays right on it. Yeah, he appears to be legit. We saw him in his at-bats over in Milwaukee.
Peterson hitting leadoff for the 2nd consecutive game. He's the 10th leadoff man Milwaukee has utilized this season.
And a handful of at-bats with the A's a couple seasons ago. That was his only big league experience prior to this run with the Brewers.
Consecutive 2-out hits, setting it up for Chris Davis.
Davis swinging a very dangerous bat these days. So it would appear to be a very easy inning. All of a sudden, a little danger here for Herron. I suspect he's going to see a lot of cutters. Curveball there, overcooked it a little bit.
Bryant will just take it right to the bag, forces Youngman, and that's the end of the inning. 2 2-out singles, no damage. 3-0 Cubs in the 3rd.
Come on, show. Mom.
Just tap it.
I did.
You're finally here. Long way from the Sandlot. First game in the majors? You don't know ARP, because this family is enjoying a cross-country baseball stadium trip they planned online at AARP Travel. It's where your journey begins with inspiration, planning, booking, and hot travel tips from real pros. If you don't think seize the trip when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Speak. Listen. Cook. Get a haircut. Run. Walk. Get happy. get mad.
There are many powerful ways to fight cancer. What will yours be?
Fifth Third Bank will give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open an essential checking account with qualifying activities. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank.
Get ready, Bears fans. Football is back, and we're blitzing Bourbonnais to bring you the best training camp coverage. Stay with CSN for the latest team news every night on Sports Talk Live and Sportsnet Central. Chicago Bears Training Camp 2015, presented by Apt Electronics, Appliances, and more.
We move to the bottom of the third. Cubs in front 3-0 prior to the game. Starlin Castro here working out at second with Gary Jones. This is the fourth game in a row now for Starlin that he's been out of the starting lineup. Moving forward, however, manager Joe Madden looking for ways to get him back in the lineup. Here was Joe before the game.
So you can see him there. You could also see him at some third base. You could still see him at shortstop. You could see him almost anywhere. Just wanted to make sure that he was got some work there, that he would feel comfortable doing it and not. And he did. I mean, he said that the other day. I'm fine, because he had played at second base in the past. He was adamant that I'm fine at second base. But still, you want to give the guy a chance to get out there and get some work.
So basically, Addison Russell staying at shortstop. He will be the shortstop moving forward. Starlin Castro did speak with reporters as well, and he was very professional, about this, saying he'll do whatever it takes for the Cubs to continue to win and for him to be involved in the lineup, guys.
Kelly, thanks. Here's Chris Coughlin. Yeah, it remains to be seen if we'll see Starlin in the lineup in this series with all right-handed starters for Milwaukee. Sounds like two lefties this weekend in that White Sox series. Sale and Quintana. 0-1 to Coughlin. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Yeah, well, there's that quote about the true measure of a man is not how far he rises or how far he falls, but how far he bounces after he hits bottom. And, you know, Castro, this is a bottom for him in his professional career. It will be interesting to see how he responds.
Well, it's got to be even tougher because of the way the team is playing. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. Most people would say, well, wait, we should be happy. And yeah, I mean, being a good teammate means you're supportive, but it's got to sting when you're not.
Oh, it's got to be eating away at him.
An integral part of it.
It's like everybody's going on the boat ride. You're standing on the dock.
1-2. Three, 4, 5.
That's the nature of baseball. It's not what you did for me 2 years ago or your resume. It's about, can you help me win tonight's game? What is my best chances? And to that end, baseball is the least political profession that I know of. It doesn't matter about your personality. Can you play? Can you help me win?
Missed badly, 3-2. There are going to be times when you give an all-star caliber player a day off. It's because he needs a rest. But yeah, we get to this point in the season. And you worry less about egos and more about exactly what you said.
Yeah, and I was thinking not just in terms of winning tonight's game, but just in terms of what the general plan is going forward. What is our best chance to win? Sure, there are going to be nights where you give your frontline guys a day off.
That's why I think that, as we've talked, the bullpen setup has actually worked out pretty well. While they've had some ups and definitely have had some downs, the fact that it has been spread out and just about everybody out there has been asked to get the big outs in a game. It can't hurt.
No, I think it's I like it, especially early in the year, to expose guys to those high leverage situations. have as many guys to draw from when you're looking to close out a ball game or get out of a tough situation in the 7th or 8th inning. Good change. Yep. I was in a spring training camp one time with the Phillies, and at the end of my career, and there was a pitcher who, Johnny Padres was the big league pitching coach, and he went up to Pods because they had a good relationship. He said, "Pods, you got to get me up there." He's a AAA pitcher. Johnny looked at him and said, "I'm not going to get you up here. You're going to get you up here."
Well said.
Yeah, I like you. You're a good guy. If you make it up here, I'll go out and have a drink with you, but I'm not going to get you here.
There goes Coughlin. The pitch is outside. The throw in time. Close play. Coughlin called out. Joel, check with the video guys.
It's an off-speed pitch. LaCroix, quick feet, snaps off that throw. It looked to me like Coughlin was going to beat it. I think they're going to take a look. Yeah, he's safe. That hand got there just before the tag was applied.
So it is time for a Forsythe Technology replay review, as Joe has made the challenge.
I think this will be a quick overrule. My degree of certainty is starting to fade a little bit. Can we get a little music, please? A little musical interlude.
This is taking longer than
Thank you.
we thought.
A little bossa nova.
This is a song from Austin Powers, right? Mm-hmm. It looks like Coughlin's hand is on second base before the tag is applied.
Yeah, I think he's safe by about 3 frames there.
So instead of 1 out, nobody on, nobody out, and Coughlin at second. 2-1 on Rizzo. Here it comes, swing and a miss and a changeup. Look at the location.
You usually don't see Rizzo. He's hot at himself. Chasing that ball. He's very disciplined usually. A lot of fade on that changeup. Gumman's a different cat because he works from the extreme third base side of the rubber, and then he steps a little bit in that direction before delivering, but it kind of comes over the top. A lot of times when you see that mechanical profile, that guy was more of a low 3/4 slinger. Look where his landing spot is as opposed to Herron's there.
Driven out in the left center. Coughlin will score easily as Rizzo's got at least 2. It's a double, and it's 4-0.
Well, Rizzo obviously not happy with himself with that earlier swing. This time he gets a fastball off the outside corner, but it's very reachable for the big guy. Pumps it into the left center alley. Cubs scored 17 runs in the 4-game sweep of the Brewers. Up there, Anthony drove in 8 of the 17 runs.
He's had a huge season against Milwaukee. Has now knocked in 14 in 11 games. Bryant came in 3 out of 32 against the Brewers, but a double and a run in the second here tonight.
Shaping up to be another short night for an opposing starting pitcher.
Right shoulder barking or something? Not sure. Effective swing. 2-2 on Bryant. Fastball low. Do it again. Pitch count pretty bloated here for Youngman. 66 pitches, and he at this point is basically only through 2 innings. A walk, RBI double here to start the third.
He's still trying to work out that knot, whatever it is that's bugging him. Youngman, the rookie pitcher, basically puts his game in the hands of Jonathan LaCroix, the veteran behind the plate.
He walked him. Boy, this offense lately just relentless. There have been a lot of sequences where it just looks like the opposing pitcher has nowhere to go. It's almost like they're asking the hitter to get himself out, which well, the Cubs are not doing.
Yeah, and what happens, you know, pressure busts the pipe. You put a little pressure on early, and all of a sudden the guy becomes a little gun shy. Nibble, nibble, then you're 2-0, then you're 3-1. Now you force yourself to make perfect pitches to get back into it.
Swing and a miss on a curve. Another good curveball. Youngman's had a strange year. He had a 637 at AAA, although he was pitching in Colorado Springs. Came into tonight's game with a 226 here in the big leagues and a called strike 3. We got a really low strike call there.
Yeah, he got a couple swings and misses on good curveballs, and then he gets a break from the home plate umpire, and Soler needs to swallow that pill.
Here comes Montero.
That's when we're walking back to the dugout thinking, well, the pitcher got me twice, the umpire got me once.
Lifted to center. Going back on it is Schaefer. Rizzo tagging. He'll make third. So 2 outs, and it's up to Heron.
Four runs allowed by Youngman here tonight, matching the high for him in any single start. It was back on June 19th, his third big league start. It was up in Colorado, where everybody has their worst start.
Generally the case, yes. Inside on Heron, and he held.
That's one line you'll never hear a major league pitcher say, man, I just love pitching at Coors Field.
Didn't feel too good. Okay. So in Miami, the Red Sox lead the Marlins 4-1. Bottom of the 6th.
The Blue Jays lead the Athletics by that same score, 4-1. Bottom of the 7th. As Toronto looks to win their 9th consecutive ball game.
Yeah, they're 11-0 when Troy Tulowitzki is in their lineup. I assume he is tonight. And he is in the leadoff spot again. One and 2 on Heron. Missed on a curve. Cubs lead 4-0 here in the 3rd inning. As Youngman nears 80 pitches. There goes Bryant. He's safe. It's a risky run there with a pitcher up, but Cubs like running, and that's changed here. These last few years, they had not been a team that tried many stolen bases. They came in with 76 on the year, 3rd in the National League, and for Bryant, that's number 12.
Somewhat surprised that LaCroix even threw through there. through? Yeah, he did through. Yeah.
Well, you're very poetic tonight. You got all the good lines. What was it? They didn't score in the first, but they scored first.
We're working on my synonyms. Through.
You know what he did? He threw through on the 2-2.
Threw through on the 2-2. Well, my thinking was with Heron hitting, even though he does handle the bat well, but you wouldn't take the risk of an errant throw or making a mistake there. Just trust your pitcher to get the opposing pitcher out with 2 outs.
He walked him.
Well, somebody's up and ready in that bullpen, and what's going to do it? Tyler Thornburg, it looks like, for Youngman here in the 3rd. Wow, this is quite a run the Cub hitters are on in terms of dispatching starting pitchers.
So an early Weber's sauces and seasonings call to the pen. Why grill with anything else? We'll be back.
To win a national championship once is a big deal. Binny's Beverage Depot has won it 3 times as National Retailer of the Year for wine, spirits, and beer. Low prices, a gigantic selection, and super service. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Get back to school with the right tools during Rent-A-Center's Back to School sale. Right now, get Asus or Acer laptops or tablets, starting at just $19.99 a week, and upgrade whenever you want at Rent-A-Center. Yeah, you can do that.
Hanes underwear and socks with revolutionary X-Temp technology are designed to respond to your body temperature to help keep you cool. Let's put it to the test.
Hey, Dad.
Emily.
Ready?
Wait, no, wait. Slow down a little. Ow! Watch out for the speed bumps.
It speeds evaporation to help keep you cool and dry. Hanes X-Temp technology for men and women. Because when you're cool, you're comfortable.
So good.
So you're a small business expert from AT&T?
Yeah, give me a problem, I've got the solution.
Well, we have 30 years of customer records.
Our cloud can keep them safe and accessible anywhere.
My drivers don't have time to fill out forms.
Tablets, keep it all digital.
We're looking to double our deliveries.
Our fleet apps will find the fastest route. Oh, and your boysenberry apple scones smell about done.
Ah, you're good.
I like to bake.
Add new business services with AT&T and get up to $500 in total savings.
It's now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag Northside @StrongFan. Let me reread that. Hashtag Northside @AStrongFan. And you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. I don't want to give you any misinformation there and miss out on your photo.
Tyler Thornburg, Weber's sauces and seasonings call to the pen here in the 3rd inning.
Thornburg has seen big league time each of the last 4 seasons. Mostly as a reliever. He's made some starts, mostly a starting pitcher in his minor league career. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the Brewer rotation at some point in the future. He's got a pretty good mix of pitches, real good changeup. There it is. Good enough velocity and a pretty good breaking ball as well.
So we go back to that Brewers series. Youngman on July 31st went 5 2/3. The next day, Matt Garza went 6. So Matt Garza, I believe, was the last opposing starter to go 6 innings. Loesch went 4 1/3 in that Sunday game. Happ went 4 1/3. Locke went 5 2/3 in the Pittsburgh series. In the 4 games against the Giants. As Herrera charges, Cubs getting into other teams' bullpens really early. And they do it again tonight, leading 4-0.
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
Drive a new 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough, for just $249 a month. See your local Ford dealer today.
From the people who brought you underwhelming internet speeds and the people who brought you temperamental satellite television. Introducing underwhelming internet speeds and temperamental television in one. Welcome to the moment no one's been waiting for.
The fastest internet and the best TV experience is already here with X1, only from Xfinity.
There are measures we can offer. Other agents in the field.
I work alone.
Okay, what's it gonna take?
I want a guarantee.
He wants the card.
I'm in.
He's good.
Drop my phone.
Friday, it's time for another city-splitting series as the Cubs head south to face the Sox. Join Cap and Holly at 2 for a special 1-hour edition of Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto. Cubs, Sox, Friday at 2 on CSN.
This Saturday, come out and enjoy the Under Armour All-American game at Wrigley Field. This is your first chance to catch the country's best high school baseball players. Ryan Dempster will be on hand signing autographs from 3 to 4 here inside Wrigley Field. Get free tickets while they last. Available in person at the Cubs store on Clark and Addison through Friday. Limit 6 tickets per person. No purchase necessary. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
So the 8th consecutive time the Cubs have knocked out the opposing team's starting pitcher before the end of the 6th. So by definition, that means no quality starts for the other team during that stretch, as nobody got through 6. And while Youngman is an unproven starter, his first 11 career starts pretty darn good. Lind out in the deep center. Fowler back, and it is off the wall. He just missed a home run. Lind will race into second and stand there with a long double.
Well, not a lot of things have gone well for the Milwaukee Brewers this year, but Adam Lind certainly has been a nice addition. And this is a backdoor cut fastball that is letter high. You're not supposed to be able to hit that ball that hard. If you need somebody to break a piñata, he's your man.
Second time they've had a runner in scoring position. Here's Lucroy, who has hit mostly second this year, but has batted in each of the top 5 spots, hitting cleanup for the 3rd time. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Can't remember the last time I got a shot at a piñata.
Yeah. Haven't had too many of those myself. Maybe we should have a party and then order a piñata.
Hire Adam Lind to take care of it. Chopper foul past third.
Cubs are Dan Herron's 8th major league club. Started with the Cardinals back in 03 after being a second round pick of St. Louis in June of 2001. Well traveled. And Miguel Montero, who's catching him here tonight, they paired together in Arizona, and Miggy has caught him more than all but 2 other big league catchers, so a familiar battery mate for Herron.
Lucroy lines out to Bryant for the second time.
Yeah. He may be cursing himself for his bad luck here. He's just going to have better aim.
So that's the first out. Vincent Herron is a California native. He has pitched for 3 of the 5 teams in the Golden State: Oakland, the Angels, and the Dodgers.
It is the Golden State, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Hence the Golden State Warriors.
On Jeanette. Cue ball on the ground. Bryant to Rizzo for the out. Runner at third, 2 gone. It's the switch hitting third baseman Herrera.
Mentioned at the start of the ball game, we give you a little profile on Herron, and he has the 2nd highest fly ball rate in Major League Baseball. But he's got a lot of outs on the ground here tonight. Home runs per 9 innings pitched. He's got the 5th highest in the league. But his ERA better than a run better than the 4 guys that precede him on that list. So he's given up a lot of long balls, but he has not given up a lot of damage. He doesn't walk many. Pretty low batting average against. So his whip, walks plus hits per innings pitched, good for 13th best in the National League.
Line, and that'll drop. It's a fair ball. Lynn will score. Herrera trying to get 2, and he will. It's a double, and it's now 4-1.
Oh, good work by Herrera, using the hands. Stay back on that breaking pitch. Serve it into left.
Another RBI chance with a runner at second for Segura, but this tap right back to the pitcher will result in out number 3. 2 doubles and the Brewers' first run. It's now 4-1 Cubs.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will with the revolutionary Michelin Premier tire. Safe when new, safe when worn.
No artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, preservatives, and no artificial smiles. Because clean dressings taste better. Panera, food as it should be.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way.
Why?
I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited plan. It's unlimited talk, text, and data. We could do this all day with 4G LTE speed. Hey, baby! Because we move fast.
You want to go to the park, buddy? And at $29.88, it's the lowest price unlimited plan that includes 4G LTE.
It's the real plan
for real people
with real savings.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
It's a golden opportunity to elevate each moment. Hit every mark. Thread every needle. Turn every ride into a thrill ride. Come into the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our most exhilarating models. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 IS 250 for $329 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Welcome back. Cubs lead 4-1. The 90s are coming back for at least one afternoon as the Cubs host 90s Day, August 21st, versus the Atlanta Braves. Budweiser bleacher fans 21 and older will receive a reissue neon Cubs hat in one of two popular colors. The game will feature sounds of the decade with popular 90s music playing between innings and so much more. For tickets, visit Cubs.com. Just as long as the 90s Braves don't show up.
Tyler Thornburg against Dexter Fowler. Sac fly in the second for Dexter. Change up.
Yeah, I'm buying. If Tyler Thornburg is a stock, I'm buying. Kind of like what he features out there.
Four-seamer, the change, and mixes in a curve.
Yeah, and the changeup is really, really good. And there appears to be deception. We had that shot from behind home plate. Looks like he hides the ball pretty well.
That is a leadoff walk. Hey, the Jason Mott Foundation is hosting the inaugural Chicago Cornhole Challenge event here at Wrigley Field. Tickets are now on sale. That's September 19th. And it's nearly sold out, so limited tickets are available. They're offering half registration until midnight tonight. That basically means the price is $200 today. It's normally $400. Again, September 19th here at Wrigley Field. Cubs.com/cornhole for tickets.
We used to call that the beanbag toss.
Yeah. Jason had a very successful event of that type in St. Louis earlier this season.
First time up, deep drive to center, just missed a home run. Second time, got tied up a little bit and a fly ball to right.
Fowler dives back in safely. Ball two.
Jason Hamill, Matt Garza pitch tomorrow evening, and then Thursday afternoon, John Lester and Tyler Cravey.
That dude is cravey.
Cravey, man.